So you've probably heard about this idea of compressing your entire eating window into just one meal a day. OMAD. But what's really going on inside your body when you do that? Well, in this explainer, we're going to go on a journey, an hour-by-hour timeline to see the incredible shifts that actually happen.
And this analogy just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It paints this perfect picture of our normal eating schedule as just total chaos. Delivery trucks are always showing up, there's absolutely no time for maintenance, no time for repairs. But the moment you just stop the deliveries, the internal cleaning crew can finally come out and get to work.
All right, so let's start the clock right at the moment you finish that one meal. For the next few hours, your body is deep in what we can call the never-ending shift. It's busy, it's processing, and it's basically dealing with this flood of brand new energy.
Okay, so the main character in this first act is a hormone called insulin, and you really got to think of it as a one-way gatekeeper. As you eat, your food turns into glucose, and insulin's job is to push that energy into your cells. But, and this is so important, as long as insulin is high, the door to your fat stores is slammed shut and locked. It is biologically impossible to burn body fat when insulin is around.
So, if you can't burn fat, what are you burning? Well, you're running on the easy stuff. It's like the cash in your wallet. It's called glycogen. It's basically stored sugar that's hanging out in your liver and your muscles. Super easy to get to, but here's the catch. You don't have very much of it.
I think we all know this feeling, right? It's been about 8 hours since you ate, you're trying to work, and bam, you feel shaky, you're getting kind of cranky, and you're thinking, I have to eat something, like right now. But what is that really?
That feeling? It's not your body starving. It's a hormone called ghrelin, the hunger hormone. It's just spiking because your body is so used to that constant drip, drip, drip of easy sugar. It's basically throwing a little temper tantrum, demanding its usual quick fix. It's not a real emergency.
And that leads us right into our next phase. Your body's been just coasting along on that easy cash, but those reserves are starting to get pretty low. And that means it's getting ready for a huge metabolic switch-up.
Let's just walk through this timeline. For those first 12 hours or so, you're a sugar burner, plain and simple. But then, right around hour 12, something really cool happens. Your glycogen, that easy cash, is almost gone, insulin has taken a nosedive, and because of that, the vault to your fat stores finally creaks open. Your body starts to flip the switch on its main fuel source.
And this chart just lays it all out perfectly. Running on glucose or sugar is like being on an energy roller coaster. You get these huge ups and downs. But when your body starts making ketones from your own body fat, you switch to this incredibly clean, stable fuel. Ketones burn with less waste, less metabolic smoke, which is exactly why people start feeling this amazing mental clarity and focus right around hour 16. The brain fog just vanishes.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. This is where you are no longer running on the food you ate yesterday. Now you are running on you. The vault is officially unlocked.
And as we keep going, past hour 18, we get to what a lot of experts call the holy grail of fasting. It's a process called autophagy, and it literally means self-eating. Your body starts this deep, deep cellular cleaning process. It hunts down all the broken, junky parts, like old proteins and worn-out cellular power plants, and it recycles them into brand new, shiny parts. It's your body's ultimate spring cleaning.
Okay, but wait a second. Self-eating? This is the #1 fear I hear. Does my body start looking at my hard-earned muscle and think, lunch? It's a fair question, but the answer is pretty incredible.
The answer is a big, fat no. Your body is so much smarter than that. It's a survival machine. It's not going to start burning the living room couch for heat when there's a giant wood pile right outside. It has a powerful built-in defense system to protect your precious muscle.
And just how powerful is that defense system? Well, check out this number. During a fast like this, your body can ramp up its production of human growth hormone, or HGH, by over 1,300%. Some studies show it could even be as high as 2,000%.
So what does all that HGH do? Well, think of it like a protective force field that just surrounds your muscles. It's literally sending a signal to your body that says, hey, you see all that fat? Burn that. But whatever you do not touch the muscle. It's this 1-2 punch of low insulin and high HGH that is just unbelievably powerful for transforming your body.
So now we're in the peak phase, the moment it's all been building towards, the cellular deep clean, which really gets going after that 18-hour mark. And now,
we're at the finish line. It's hour 23, right before you're about to eat. And at this point, your body is in this amazing state. Your cells have become incredibly sensitive to insulin. They're not like a sopping wet sponge that can't absorb anything else. No, they're like a bone-dry sponge just waiting, primed, to soak up every single good nutrient you're about to give them.
Which brings us to the final and maybe the most critical part of this whole thing. You've done all this incredible work, but how you refuel can either lock in all those benefits or kind of undo them.
The strategy here is actually pretty simple. You've cleaned out all the junk, so now it's time to rebuild with the absolute best materials. You start with protein, because your body is just screaming for those building blocks, amino acids, to create new healthy tissue. Then you add in healthy fats. That tells your body, hey, keep that fat-burning engine humming. And finally, you just pile on the vegetables, not just to feel full, but to restock all those vital minerals and electrolytes you've used.
Now, I gotta be real with you for a second. If you're used to eating around the clock, that first week can feel rough. You might get headaches, feel a bit weak, but that's not a sign that this is bad for you. It's actually a sign that your body is rewiring itself. It's building all this new metabolic machinery so it can become an efficient fat-burning machine. So here's a little survival guide. Those headaches, that's usually just your body losing sodium and other electrolytes. A simple pinch of sea salt in your water can make a world of difference. Also, don't just jump in head first. Ease into it. And this is really important. This is for healthy adults. If you're super stressed, pregnant, nursing, or have a history with eating disorders or other health conditions, this is absolutely not for you unless you talk to your doctor first.
So I want to leave you with this one final thought. We've been taught our whole lives that hunger is this big red alarm, an emergency that we have to silence with food immediately. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if hunger isn't an emergency at all, but just a signal that we can actually learn to understand and even control to unlock a level of health that's been hiding inside of us this whole time?